Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, which is essentially the Amazing World of Gumball's 7th season that's taken the form of a spin-off series, is coming very soon to Hulu. On July 28th, we will get to see our first look at this long-awaited return to the world of Gumball. There's been conflicting reports as to how many episodes we're going to get on the day this new season drops. Initially, I saw on Reddit someone from Hulu support said the entirety of the first season, all 40 episodes, are launching day one. Then I saw an update to that post from another Hulu representative saying that apparently the first batch of episodes that are launching on July 28th are just going to be the first 13 episodes of the season. Nevertheless, we will be getting our first glimpse into this new world of Gumball on July 28th, whether it be the first 13 episodes or maybe we get something more than that. We'll just have to wait and see. But something interesting that came out of the Annecy Film Festival for Animation last month was a quote from Ben Bocquelet, the creator of the Amazing World of Gumball, and this is all coming from Midu on Twitter, so shout out to them. Midu was in attendance for this panel, and apparently Ben was quoted as saying, "We'll have Gumball and Darwin trying to resolve our Void storyline. They got a little bit interrupted since our movie got delayed momentarily." Real quick, just rewind for a second. If you guys recall, the whole timeline of events when it comes to the Amazing World of Gumball and what was supposed to happen after the finale that we got in season 6 is initially we were supposed to get a movie to resolve the cliffhanger of the Void consuming all of Elmore with Rob falling into it. We were supposed to get a movie that apparently was supposed to be a mix of live action and animation, with Gumball's biggest fan making his way into the world of Elmore and helping Gumball fight this threat that is the Void. Then apparently the events of that movie were going to then lead into a brand new series within the world of Gumball titled The Amazing World of Gumball, the series at the time, which seemed like a placeholder for a new title they would eventually come up with, which presumably that would have been The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. But nevertheless, obviously, as we all know, that movie never happened. We never got to see that movie. We never got to see Gumball interact with this fan to, solve this grand mystery that is the Void. Now all of a sudden we're getting The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, which is supposed to tie up any loose ends that were left from that finale, and we're going to finally find out what happens with the Void and Gumball and this whole world of Elmore. How do they combat this threat? And that's something we're going to see develop through the first season of this new series. And Ben here is saying that, our movie got momentarily delayed, so that's why, Gumball and Darwin had to take a little bit of a break. So we can presume from those comments that the movie is still happening, because he's saying here that it got momentarily delayed, which means that it's still in active development, which is very odd to be hearing. The whole thing with the Gumball movie is, if you guys recall, when the Warner Brothers Discovery merger first happened, Warner Brothers Discovery canceled 30 some odd shows that were coming to HBO Max at the time, one of which was Batman Cape Crusader, another of which was the Amazing World of Gumball movie. Those both got canceled, along the likes of Batwoman and some other series. I believe some Looney Tunes movies had gotten canceled at that time as well. Obviously, we've seen a few of them come to light now with Ketchup Entertainment buying the rights to them. But the Amazing World of Gumball was being shopped around, the movie, to some streaming services and whatnot, and they never found a potential buyer, so the movie was supposedly canceled and we were no longer going to be getting it. Then all of a sudden it leaks out that, hey, we're actually going to be getting a 7th season of Gumball, which obviously is taking the form of a brand new sequel series titled The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. But here Ben is saying that this movie got momentarily delayed, which again means that it's still coming at some point, which is just so confusing to be hearing. My problem with this, and I have nothing against Ben, he didn't do anything wrong here. My problem with this whole situation is that Cartoon Network, the brand that actually owns the Amazing World of Gumball, needs to come out and say what on earth is going on here. We had so much confusion from the get-go regarding the Amazing World of Gumball's movie, right? First it was announced that a movie was coming, then all of a sudden they did a second announcement that this movie was coming and announced that a spin-off show was coming from that movie, titled again The Amazing World of Gumball, the series. Then all of a sudden it leaks out that Gumball, the movie, was canceled alongside Batman Cape Crusader and some other series. Obviously, in the case of Batman Cape Crusader, we know that it got sold to Amazon Prime Video. Then it leaks out there via a LinkedIn post that we're getting a 7th season of The Amazing World of Gumball. Then we get an announcement saying, hey, it's coming to Hulu in the form of a brand new sequel series titled The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball, but only in America. In the rest of the world, it's going to premiere on Cartoon Network in October of this year. Which, quick side note on that in and of itself is an absolute mess of a situation. But what furthers the confusion, for me at least, is a few weeks ago they posted a trailer on their YouTube channel of The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball with a October release window on Cartoon Network, and I was like, wait, so is this only a timed exclusive to Hulu and it's coming to Cartoon Network later on? They didn't specify that that's for international release in that video, which they really should have. But nevertheless, no one from Warner Brothers Discovery, no one from Cartoon Network has made any sort of statement on this situation. For the past 6 years, we have had such a rocky road when it comes to what's going on with Gumball, and no one from this company has come out to say anything about it and to offer any clarity on the situation. They just kept their mouths absolutely shut. They said absolutely nothing when it gets canceled at HBO Max. They say nothing about the fate of the future of this franchise. Is the spin-off series still happening? Is the movie going to get adapted into that 7th season or that spin-off show? Like, what's going on here? We're having to basically scour the internet for people working on this show to find out what's going on with it. And obviously they can't really say much either because they're tied behind NDAs. We finally get the announcement that Hulu's premiering this new show. We all presume that the movie's canceled. Now Ben comes out here at a festival saying the movie was momentarily delayed. So it's still coming? Like, someone from this company needs to come out here and say, hey, this is what's happening with Gumball. We're sorry for all the confusion that's been out there. We didn't do the greatest of job in terms of, offering some clarity with the situation. We're sorry about that. This is what's going on here. But in typical Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers Discovery fashion, no one says anything, and the community is just left to speculate and just left to be confused. Like, I thought the movie was canceled given that we're getting this new sequel show, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's still happening. What's the plot going to be now? Who knows? Because apparently the void's going to be resolved in this 7th season, or sorry, this sequel show, I should say, The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. So then what exactly is the plot of this movie going to be? Is it going to be a brand new concept for a movie in and of itself? Are they going to take some elements from the canceled movie that they were working on and they're going to adapt it into a brand new storyline? Because it can't be that we're resolving the conflict of the void in this movie, because that's what this new show is going to be about. So what exactly is this movie going to be about? When is it going to come? Is it going to be a theatrical release? Is it going to premiere on Hulu? Is it going to premiere on HBO Max, Cartoon Network, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video? What's the story with this? And once again, Warner Brothers Discovery, Cartoon Network, they say absolutely nothing about it. And obviously Ben can't really divulge that much information about it. He might have even gotten in a little bit of trouble for even mentioning it at this festival. So we're all left in the dark, and we're all left here confused and wondering what is happening with this franchise now. We know this new sequel show is coming, but apparently we're getting a movie too. What's that going to be about? When's it going to release? What platform is it going to be on? Once again, we don't have an answer to any of those questions, and that's all on Cartoon Network for not being transparent and not offering any clarity as to what's going on with this franchise. It's really a shame to be seeing, because they've been like this for a while. From the mid-2010s throughout the 2020s, Cartoon Network has always lacked transparency, and they've never really offered any clarity in regards to any of their shows. And it's really a shame to see, because it's one thing for it to happen to Mao Mao, Heroes of Pure Heart. It's one thing for it to happen to Elliot from Earth. Those are two series that didn't deserve to be treated the way they were, but they're not the biggest shows in the world, right? They don't have the following that Gumball does. Again, like with Ben 10, this is one of your bigger franchises you own. This is one of the biggest franchises outside of Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Steven Universe to come out of the 2010s, and this is how you're treating it. It's just an absolute monstrosity to be seeing how Cartoon Network treats their beloved franchises. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the fact that apparently the Gumball movie is still happening? In what form? Who knows? But apparently it was only momentarily delayed, at least according to Ben. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.